All right, everyone, starting this war off with map at a glance, taking a look at bans here, Apocalypse, Spider-Man 2099, and Tigra. If you'd like to skip this portion of the video, check the description and hit the timestamp next to the plan. All right, so taking a look at Boss Island first, we have a Doom boss. Outside of the options that are bugged, we have Blade as an option. I believe Omega Sentinel is an option. You can go check out Fintech's channel. He's got a solo from that. And then maybe Void without knocking Doom down. 54, we've got Wong. You can just go ahead and Archangel that. Could probably get away with Mr. Negative as well. Penny Parker there, Hulkling, Venom Pool. She's pretty common there, nothing new. Cersei there, I would probably go with Rindra. Outside of that, your options are pretty limited. You could, it could be tough with some other options. It's basically just waiting for that glance to kind of fall off. Green Goblin on 53. Sunspot's probably going to be your biggest nuke, and then Immortal Abomination, but not knocking down again. Mordo, I'd probably go with Archangel or Anti-Venom. And then maybe Quicksilver if you have one on a team. And then Mephisto there on 50, probably go with Blade or Quake as options. Section 2, Path 1, nothing really stands out. Omega Sentinel can take the whole thing. Cosmic Ghost Rider can probably take the whole thing. You could probably even get away with Quake for the whole thing. Path 2 there, nothing special, nothing really standing out. And then Path 3, same thing, nothing too crazy. And then Nimrod, easy Nebula fight. The node going into here is Kitty Pryde. You can probably go Omega Sentinel or Archangel with an Odin pre-fight, or Silver Centurion. All right, Footloose going into 4 and 6. Scorp, probably go Shang-Chi or Kingpin. Even Ghost, we didn't have Ghost ban. Path 4, nothing too crazy. Path 5, nothing too crazy. Path 6, nothing too crazy. Omega Sentinel there, probably use Nebula or Ghost, or even Corvus if you can build them up. King Groot going out this way. Kingpin, probably easiest, since you can go ahead and shrug those debuffs. Hood, there are probably plenty of options for the King Groot. There probably even Cosmic Ghost Rider, if you can pull it off and not worry about trying to avoid dexterity. Path 7, nothing new. Path 8, nothing really new. And then same thing for Path 9, nothing too crazy there. Cable, pretty easy Cosmic Ghost Rider fight. You can Quake it. Could even use Ghost there and just kind of wait out the knockdown. Section 1, Path 1 there, nothing too crazy. Hyperion there, you could probably get away with Null or Anti-Venom. Dragon Man, not so much of an issue either. Path 3, Gallon or Hulkling or Terrax. And then Man-Thing there, not a problem anymore really without a global. So Mr. Negative, Doom, Diablo, all of the usual options. 4 through 6. 4 is still not an issue for Kingpin. 5, not an issue really for anybody. Just bring the main counters for those two champions. And then Human Torch can get away with Archangel or even Warlock and kind of finish out the fight. And then Mr. Negative is just pretty easy. Defender, you can use a Nick Fury or Killmonger, really. Anyone who shrugs debuffs pretty well. And then the middle minis there, Mojo, I'd probably go with Mr. Negative since S99 is banned. You probably have an argument for Quake and Quicksilver. And then Sasquatch, same thing. You can use those options or even Archangel, both mini bosses as well. All right, and then your final paths, 7 through 9. Immortal Abomination, easy Ghost fight. If not, go ahead and use Warlock. And then Null there, I'd use Cosmic Ghost Rider. Path 8, nothing special. Path 9, I mean, easy Ghost for Void or Havoc. But you can use Kingpin for Terrax there, or even still Cosmic Ghost Rider as well. So that's map at a glance. Let's go ahead and take a look at the attack phase. All right, so War 7, Season 36 is against Magneto. Today we decided to push for this war, so it should be a real in-season war for everybody. Taking in Hulkling, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Mr. Negative. I've got Path 3 in Section 1 and Path 8 in Section 2. and a middle mini boss along with a mini boss on Boss Island. All right, so path 3, we only have this Super Skrull. It is a rank 4. This video will be a testament to the fact that we learned from our interaction last war. So as I was saying with the fights on this path, the game plan for Hulkling should have been to build to special 2 real quickly. As the power lock is falling, be aware of how many pierce buffs we need to build by hitting into Skrull's block, so that as soon as we go unblockable, we don't land a hit. We actually just throw special 2 while we're unblockable, and therefore we have the ability to, because we're not special locked from making contact. So this fight is significantly faster than last war, even though it's a little bit more boosted. It's still because of our game plan. So here we are, aggressively pushing to special 2. I'm keeping an eye on his miss timer. That's really the only thing we have to look out for here. I decided to take advantage there and get a few blocked hits in case I was going to have to wait out the miss timer, and I decide we go right into it. We get the whole special 2 in before the miss timer hits. So now I'm waiting for him to be a bit passive. We are going to end up having these Furies expire, not a big deal, but I'm trying to get it so that I can either parry him or hit into his block, and I actually missed the parry earlier. So now that we're back at 0 power and his miss mechanic has been triggered, we are back to aggressively pushing to special 2, waiting for the special lock, the special lock to fall, and then taking into account how many pierce buffs we need before throwing our special 2 while unblockable. So here I'm just trying to get the miss mechanic to come up and bait out the special 1. There it is. Now I'm going to use the blocked hits to get rid of the miss mechanic, and then we throw the special 2, and this nearly KOs him, but since we don't have to wait out miss anymore, we just take him out with the double Furies. So way faster, definitely cleaned up. Definitely an option to throw cosmic boosts, but since I figured we'd solo that pretty easily and I wasn't too worried about time, decided not to use them there. Manthing here, Mr. Negative. You guys have seen me do this plenty of times. It's a lot easier without a global to actually have to manage. PS1 pretty much necessary, otherwise you can end up with a bunch of Furies from strike counter. I actually did not fully review my game plan as far as combos in my head, and the part that I didn't review was when to do 1 evade counter. So it's not actually going to come heavily into play. This is actually going to be pretty clean. So there's the parry I was trying to reparry, didn't work out. We get a parry without masochism up, so we're able to go ahead and land a heavy. I throw a parry to back off so we can get a few more dark energy. He does have unfazed triggered, or awakened or spec'd, but it didn't matter for that evade counter. And then we are taking the opportunity to build up a few more light energy to convert before throwing this big special 2. And yeah, pretty solid. Not really too worried here. It was super easy, super clean. We took advantage of a few more parries instead of throwing attacks and eating up strike counter. And then while we're PS1 boosted, we're going to take this Mojo here. I don't actually prefer Mojo with a PS1, but I'm going to take that same kind of tactic that I've been using, where I'm going to parry a bunch at the start to build light energy before converting a bunch to dark and building a bunch of power from combat or heavy or whatever. I actually don't like parry heavying Mojo in case we do trigger one of his prompts and therefore take degen. I don't have the weakness from resonate on here, so it's not going to help reduce that degen damage, which honestly shouldn't even be a problem here. So you saw me parry a lot just to kind of get 8 light energy. I evade counter to get that banked. I did throw a heavy there. I realized the prompt wasn't activated, so I was not worried about taking degen damage, and now just building a few more light, evade counter off the wall into special 2, and he's just going to go ahead and melt away. We're going to hit backup recovery. He's going to start losing power. However, I'm making space to avoid being cornered anymore, so he's not really losing that much power, and then an evade counter here ends it. So super easy section 1, good mini boss fight. Was happy to take it with the assigned champs. Path Path 8 here, it's just a Silver Surfer. We don't have Odin pre-fights, that's fine. I don't want to gain a crazy amount of power before I get through the CGR rotation and end up power locking Silver Surfer with Damnation. Would hate to get pushed to special 3 here and not already have enough judgments activated to get power lock on from the special 3. So, usual game plan with Cosmic Ghost Rider. I'm going to slap on an invulnerability boost. This is actually going to last 3 fights. We're going to parry heavy, parry combo ending with a light, parry combo ending with a medium into special 2. We're going to take the power back boosts from that rotation and just throw another special 2 or throw a special 3. There's the light. I get close. Here's the medium. Here's the special 2. There's the power back. I'm going to throw it again. We're going to get even more back since he's armor broken, but it's not going to matter. He's going to KO from the second special 2. We're going to go right in to this cable. I was a little concerned with the Rich Get Richer here, since I will have more buffs or more unique buffs than Cable at the start of the fight. And I thought I might get pushed to special 3, so I almost reversed the rotation, but decided not to. Just going to go parry heavy, parry end with a light, parry end with a medium, into special 2. This is actually going to push us all the way to special 3. We're going to use that special 3. My cat's meowing. He just walked in. This special 3 is going to do a ton of damage, and I actually wanted to come out of this and throw a special 2 because that's what I saw that I had, but I'm pretty sure Rich Get Richer pushes us to special 3, and this last chunk here we're going to have to just wait out the animation and take out Cable pretty easily. So Cosmic Ghost Rider taking care of his fights. Wasn't originally signed this Cable, went ahead and took it since it was also a Cosmic Ghost Rider on a different path, which is fine. It's not a big deal at all. And then my last fight is with Hulkling here, and it's Peni Parker on node 55. So pretty common placement to see for her. Benefits here are that Hulkling is immune to power drain, therefore I won't lose any power from the auto block. I also won't take any damage from it since it's proportional to power lost. So not only are we going to avoid losing power, but we also have the unblockable, so we don't actually have to worry about auto block when throwing a special 2. So here, game plan was still kind of the same. I'm going to be aggressive while she doesn't have any spider sense charges. When she starts to get them, I'm going to hit into block, and what you're going to notice is that Pierce actually takes a lot off from hitting into block. So she loses her shield pretty quick. So I actually could have been pretty aggressive to special 2 the entire fight. And then when I get here, I'm trying to get her to be passive or at least throw this special 1. So now I'm going to have to be passive again. And the shield's coming back up, but that's not a big deal. I see how many I have to do into her block to get unblockable, and then I throw the special 2. What I did not pay attention to here was still being unblockable, so she gained power from best defense, and what I didn't want happening is to have to bait out a special 2. Would hate to accidentally get caught by this and then get KO'd, but we don't. She throws it, shield is down, we are ready with 2 bars of power, we do the blocked hits required to go unblockable, and we throw the special 2. Enough power back here that I can parry, combo, still have the Fury, we actually get 2 more, and she goes out with the 3rd special 2. So Hulkling showing up, taking care of business, and that was the end of my war for War 7. All right, so our battle group ended up only dying 3 times to their 4, so we beat our battle group, and then as an alliance, we only died 10 to their 16. And I say only, we need to drop those deaths a lot, especially for a war we're supposed to be quote-unquote pushing. We got lucky with the opponent dying 16 times, but that's the end of that war. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe and hit like, and I will catch you guys at the next war.